Don't know this person's name. I have a question regarding the deadly wound, where you mentioned the peace plan happening in the Middle East, that they will have it set up, but then begin to pull out, and that's the deadly wound. Is that Revelation chapter 13, verses 1 and 2, and the beginning of the 5 months? Now, this question was a comment that was made on our video of Jeremiah chapter 5, and we did that video over 4 years ago. And I was talking about the peace plan that was being talked about a great deal at that time. But that peace plan is not the one world system. But I have to make something clear also. I was teaching in that video that the deadly wound is going to happen, and then Satan's going to get cast out as the false Christ. That's what I taught in that video, but now we know that that is not right. You see, we know from Revelation chapter 13, verse 1, that beast is Satan himself. And he is here on earth before the deadly wound. And I want to read Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. And I want to read a few verses in Revelation chapter 13. And always remember, God's word proves itself. Revelation chapter 13. Verse 1, and it reads, and actually first I want to mention Revelation chapter 16, verses 12 and 13, where it says, I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. And actually I think the dragon's mentioned first. But you see, the dragon, beast, and the false prophet, those are just 3 roles of Satan. Now, Revelation chapter 12, verse 13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. Now down to Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. Now, Revelation chapter 17 interprets this for you. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, and mountains sometimes in God's word are symbolic of kingdoms. Like one place is Daniel chapter 2 about verse 45. And it says the 10 horns are 10 kings. And there are 10 fallen angel kings that will be at the head of this one world system. So understand, this isn't some beastly monster or anything like that. But now I'm going to read Revelation chapter 17, verses 7 and 8. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman, and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and 10 horns. The beast that thou sawest was, and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. That means it's Satan. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was, and is not, and yet is. So this beast of Revelation chapter 13, verse 1 is Satan. Let's keep going. Verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth is the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority. This also connects you to Daniel chapter 7. So now see here, Satan on earth before the deadly wound. He already has this power. He has this seat. Well, Revelation chapter 2 verse 13 will tell you, it will mention Satan's seat. And that word in the Greek is thronos, and it means a throne. So here on earth, before the deadly wound, Satan has this power, and he has this throne, and he has great authority. Verse 3, And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Verse 4, And they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast. Once again, just 2 roles of Satan. And they worshipped the beast, that beast of 13:1. And they worshiped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. Now skip over with me to verse 11 of this same chapter. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. This is his role as the false prophet. Satan begins to use this role once the deadly wound is healed. And looks 2 horns like a lamb. This is when he will deceive almost all Christians into believing that he is the Lamb, Jesus Christ. But God's elect will not be deceived. Spake as a dragon, because he is the dragon. Verse 12. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him. He still exercises all the power that he used in that first role as the beast. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. This is when almost the entire world will begin to worship him. Verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth, by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. You see, you can't make an image just to a system. You can't worship just a system. And yes, 13:1 does have to do with the one world system, but you have to know that it is Satan himself. That's why you see, like in Revelation chapter 14, verses 9 and 11, and Revelation chapter 15, verse 2, it says the sin is that they worship the beast and his image. Well, what's the image of? It's of the beast of Revelation 13:1. And that beast is Satan. Verse 14. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So Satan has these different roles during the tribulation. He has that role as the beast before the deadly wound. And then when the deadly wound happens and the deadly wound is healed, then he will also begin to use that role as the false prophet. Well, he will be performing incredible miracles. That time is coming. One thing you never want to forget that we mention so often is that if you're still in the flesh, Jesus Christ has not returned. We know that from 1 Corinthians 15. But understanding those roles of Satan is absolutely essential to not being deceived. Let's go to our Father's throne. Yahweh, heavenly